Lily says, no one gets married thinking they'll get divorced, but I really never thought I would get divorced. Especially not after giving birth to my first child, and especially not in the shadow of my husband's new relationship with a celebrity.
Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater almost got people to forget about their whole scandal, but Ethan's ex-wife Lily was not about to let that happen.
It looks like Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater's relationship might be heading in a new direction, especially after Ethan's ex-wife Lily J shared a heartfelt and emotional essay. Suddenly, the focus has shifted. Gone are the vibes of love and positivity that surrounded the Wicked movie set. Instead, Lily's powerful words have reopened old wounds, dragging us all back to a year ago when Ariana was facing intense backlash, being labeled a home wrecker. This controversy seems impossible for her to escape. It's messy, it's dramatic, and it feels like things are spiraling all over again. So let's dive into the details and break it all down.
Ariana, Ari, we love you! I love you so much.
To set the scene, most people already know that Ethan was married to Lily J. The two even have a baby together, but not long after their child was born, Ethan left Lily and their newborn behind for Ariana. Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater met on the set of Wicked in 2022, and that's where their connection reportedly began. Fast forward to now, their relationship is public, making everything even messier. Let's not forget, when this all started, both Ethan and Ariana were married. Ethan to Lily J and Ariana to Dalton Gomez. Ariana and Dalton's split became official when he filed for divorce in September. 2 divorces and 1 highly publicized relationship, it was tabloid gold. Recently, Lily finally opened up about how Ethan's romance with Ariana has affected her, marking the first time she's spoken out since their separation nearly a year ago. With Wicked approaching release, Ariana seemed to be riding high, especially in her role as Glinda the Good Witch. But now, with Lily back in the picture, the narrative is falling apart, and the tension is at an all-time high. For Lily, the Wicked movie's promotion became a heartbreaking reminder of the collapse of her marriage to her high school sweetheart, Ethan Slater. According to her, Ethan seemed to lose interest in her the moment Ariana entered the picture. Reflecting on the pain, Lily wrote, "Days when I can't escape the promotion of a movie tied to the saddest days of my life are darker." In a surprising turn of events, just hours after Lily's emotional essay went public, Ariana shared a series of behind-the-scenes photos from Wicked on Instagram. Interestingly, fans couldn't help but notice that Ethan, her boyfriend and co-star, was absent from the collection. The post appeared to focus entirely on celebrating her work on the film, with Ariana captioning it, "1 month of Wicked movie. Thank you for your overwhelming love and embrace. I love you. We love you." The timing and content of the post didn't go unnoticed. Fans were quick to speculate that this might have been a subtle attempt to steer the conversation back to her career and away from the personal drama. But whatever Ariana's intentions were, her post backfired spectacularly. The comment section is in chaos, with fans leaving biting remarks like, "It has been wicked indeed." Meanwhile, Lily J wasn't holding back. In her essay for The Cut, she poured out every raw emotion about the messy end of her marriage, writing, "In the countless hours I spent rocking my son to sleep, pushing his stroller, marveling at his sweaty little hands grasping a crayon, I worked diligently on my private project of accepting the sudden public downfall of my marriage." Her words are as poetic as they are heartbreaking. She went on to say, "This, I tell myself, is nothing to be ashamed of and nothing to hide." That's a masterclass in resilience if there ever was one. Still, it's not all sadness for Lily. It seems she's in a better place now, moving past mourning the end of her relationship with an unfaithful partner. She's focused on a new chapter with her son, sharing, "In the absence of the life I planned with my high school sweetheart, a lifetime of sweetness is waiting for me and my child." Absolutely a queen move from Lily. Even through all the heartbreak, she made it clear that when it comes to their son, she and Ethan are fully on the same page. She spoke about their shared love for him, describing it as fierce and unwavering, but let's not forget the depth of her pain. Lily admitted she never thought her marriage would end, let alone so soon after welcoming her first child. She described the past year as nothing short of shock and mourning, and you can feel every ounce of that raw emotion. For someone who once cherished a private life as a psychologist, this very public breakup breakup has been a whirlwind. Now, let's rewind for a moment to when Ariana and Ethan almost became publicly accepted as a couple. After the drama reached its peak, there was a brief moment where the tide seemed to shift. Fans began dissecting the lyrics of Ariana's latest album, and suddenly, people started wondering if Dalton Gomez wasn't as innocent as everyone originally believed. It was a subtle but significant shift in the narrative that had everyone talking. People started dissecting Ariana's lyrics, piecing together lines that hinted Dalton might have been unfaithful. And just like that, Twitter exploded with posts defending Ariana, painting her as the real victim. Suddenly, the narrative flipped. Dalton became the target of shade, and the focus shifted away from her.
Those kinds of accusations being thrown at me are completely false and more than anything, just hurtful and shocking.
Now, let's shift gears and talk about Ethan. For a while, he kept quiet, staying out of the spotlight. But then, he started opening up in interviews, offering a peek into his relationship with Ariana. In a GQ interview, he even blushed while recounting how they fell for each other on the Wicked set, and how his life turned upside down because of the media frenzy. And here's where things get wild. Fans began to warm up to him. People started calling him sweet, and saying they could see why Ariana was drawn to him. It's a surprising turn, considering how harsh the public was just a few months ago.
Hi, I'm Ethan Slater, and this is GQ's one-word reply.
How are you feeling?
Good.
What did you have for breakfast?
Lunch.
Favorite time of day?
Morning.
Camelot or Spamalot?
Spamalot.
Dream co-star?
Jim Carrey.
How did you get into character to play SpongeBob SquarePants on Broadway?
Stretching.
Biggest pet peeve?
Falling.
When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Baker.
What is your favorite thing about NYC?
Walking.
First Broadway show you saw?
42nd Street.
What is your most used emoji?
Smiley face.
If you could hang out with any cartoon character, who would it be?
Patrick.
What inspires you?
Art.
Favorite character you've played so far?
Bach.
What was it like working on the film adaptation of Wicked?
Wild.
Biggest difference between the screen and the stage?
Close.
How did it feel to be nominated for a Tony?
Bizarre.
What's your hidden talent?
Nothing.
What is your favorite thing to do after a show?
Sleep.
What is something that people don't understand about SpongeBob SquarePants?
Joy.
How do you warm up to get ready to perform?
Barely.
But the real game changer? A red carpet moment where Ethan and Ariana appeared together. That clip set the internet ablaze, shifting opinions in a way no one saw coming. One moment that really flipped the script was when some fans approached Ethan asking him to pass a bracelet to Ariana. His response? Pure class. He was super polite, reassuring them that Ariana would absolutely love it, and even took a selfie with them. Fans were floored. Comments poured in saying things like, "Wait, this guy is actually nice." People admitted that this one small moment completely changed how they saw him.
Is it possible for you to give this to Ari for me?
I think she'll be coming if you want, but I can do that.
Yeah?
Do you want me to?
Yes, please.
Sure.
Pretty please.
Yeah, of
I would
course.
really appreciate that.
Sure. She'll love it. I'm sure she'll love
Can you
it.
take a selfie?
Yeah.
Can you take it
Wait, on your phone. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Then came another clip that sealed the deal, a backstage video from the Jennifer Hudson show. Ethan was all smiles, vibing as the crew sang him onto the stage. The internet couldn't get enough. Fans started calling him sweet and down to earth, and the tide of hate against him began to fade. Out of nowhere, people started entertaining the idea that maybe Ariana and Ethan weren't the villains of this story after all.
Ethan Slater is the music post for me. Ethan Slater. Ethan Slater is wicked for me. Ethan Slater is the musicals we see. Ethan Slater is wicked for me.
Thank you all.
It's wild how quickly public perception can shift, and this overnight turnaround had everyone talking. And don't even get me started on Ariana. She has been solidly in Ethan's corner through all of this, standing up for him against the relentless tabloid rumors. In a recent Vanity Fair interview, she didn't hold back, calling out how the media twisted their story into something completely untrue. She said the tabloids created this wildly inaccurate image of Ethan, portraying him as someone he's not. Ariana made it crystal clear who the real Ethan is: caring, kind-hearted, and nothing like the caricature the media painted. She even went as far as saying he has the best heart and is one of the most genuine people she's ever known. It was an emotional moment where she was determined to set the record straight. But it doesn't stop there. Ethan's way of handling fame has been melting hearts too. In interviews, he's opened up about being a dad and how much his son means to him. He talked about wanting to protect his son from all the chaos and give him a chance to grow up away from the spotlight. That raw raw vulnerability struck a chord with fans, who couldn't help but feel for him. It's like he's navigating this whirlwind with as much grace as possible, and people are starting to see him in a new light. Even people who were ready to cancel Ethan before started saying, okay, maybe he's not so bad. You could practically feel the redemption arc unfolding right before our eyes.
There's this adorable moment of you helping Ariana with her train in Australia. What's it like to share this experience together?
I'm so proud of Ariana. She's incredible in this movie. She and Cynthia are mind-blowing in this movie. And I think I'm not alone in the cast of feeling just kind of privileged to be able to witness that chemistry on set, and now to be able to share in the celebration of it. I'm just grateful.
Then came the Wicked premiere, and that's when things really shifted. Ariana and Ethan walked in together, hand in hand, and for some reason, it hit differently. Maybe it was because we hadn't seen them together in public since all the drama went down, but fans were saying they looked genuinely happy. Not performative, not trying to prove anything, just two people who clearly care about each other. It was oddly refreshing, and it caught everyone off guard. And now, the vibe has completely shifted. Fans who were once dragging them are suddenly hopping on the Ariana-Ethan ship. It's wild. One of the most unpredictable turnarounds in celebrity culture in a long time. People are conflicted, admitting they're starting to understand what Ariana sees in Ethan. Some are still a little shook, but hey, they're here for the ride. And it's not just the fans. There's been plenty of speculation that the timing of this redemption arc might have been tied to Wicked finally hitting theaters. After all, the movie industry thrives on real-life romances to spark buzz and boost ticket sales. Whether or not that's true, one thing is crystal clear. The public's opinion of Ariana and Ethan has done a complete 180. Safe to say, this relationship has brought a ton of attention, and maybe even a little goodwill to the movie. If the internet can go from hating to practically adoring Ariana and Ethan in just a few months, it feels like anything is possible. But that's the wild thing about living in the public eye. Opinions flip as fast as they form, and sometimes all it takes is a few heartfelt moments to rewrite the narrative. That said, the hate train can roll back into the station at any moment. And sure enough, after their sweet but brief public appearance, it feels like the pendulum is swinging again. The homewrecker vibes are creeping back, and it seems like we're right back where this all started. Moving forward, things feel a bit different now. Despite the chaos, sources say Ariana and Ethan are still sticking together. And if anything, they're getting closer. They've stayed lovebirds through the storm, just like they've been from the start. That said, the timing of Ariana's post right after Lily's viral essay has people talking. There's no way she didn't see the post from the woman whose husband she allegedly snatched. Yet she still shared those photos. That kind of move, it's a whole new level of unbothered. If you know Ariana's dating history, then you know she's absolutely capable of a bold move like this. Plus, within the past year of dating Ethan, she's definitely developed some thick skin. Let's be real, posting something like that isn't something she would have done 6 months into the relationship. Back then, the most she did was let her music speak for her. A couple of tracks from her album Eternal Sunshine, which dropped in the midst of all this drama, seemed to do all the talking for her during those early, more chaotic days. In a nutshell, Eternal Sunshine was all about self-reflection, heartbreak, and a healthy dose of I said what I said. The album felt like a window into Ariana's own love life, especially following her split from Dalton Gomez. By the time we got to the final track, Ordinary Things, she came this close to addressing the whirlwind of her relationship with Ethan. The lyrics hit hard with lines like, and when he'd come home, and I'd see him, when he first gets off the train, it was like God Almighty arrived. It was seeing daylight, I mean. I could have packed up and left a million times. You know it's not that we never fought. You can overcome that, you know? It's very easy, and as I told her, never go to bed without kissing goodnight. That's the worst thing you could do. Don't ever, ever do that. And if you can't, and if you don't feel comfortable doing it, you're in the wrong place. Get out. It's giving wholesome energy, words that feel so genuine and heartfelt, wrapped up in what's undeniably one of the messiest timelines we've seen. Ariana doesn't seem interested in feeding the gossip machine. In an interview during the Eternal Sunshine promo, she revealed she carefully combed through every lyric to avoid fueling a media circus. this. She said, "I say everything and nothing at the same time. It's very vague and very specific all at once." But despite her efforts to keep things ambiguous, fans dissected the album and concluded it was basically a love letter to Ethan Slater. Even the album's initials, ES, match his name, which didn't go unnoticed. And if you need more proof that Ariana has stopped caring about the drama, look no further than her song "The Boy Is Mine." From the opening bars, it's pure fire. "How can it be you and me? Might be meant to be. Can't unsee it. But I don't want to cause no scene. I'm usually so unproblematic, so independent. Tell me why, 'cause the boy is mine. It's a total bad girl anthem and was quickly crowned the ultimate track of 2024. Ariana herself called it the spiciest song on the album and admitted she was a bit nervous about how it would be received, but her longtime producer fully on board from day one. But there's more. Lily J's post has unleashed a whole can of worms for Ariana. After fans finished analyzing her album, they shifted their focus to her controversial dating history. For those who don't know, Ariana has faced accusations of being a homewrecker before, with some saying this isn't the first time she's been linked to someone who might not have been fully single. Ariana, who's always been known for wearing her heart on her sleeve, has insisted that her emotional openness isn't an excuse for breaking up homes, relationships, or families. But what's really wild is how uneven the backlash has been. Critics have been quick to pile on her, while the men involved barely seem to get called out. It's like Ariana's always the one bearing the brunt of the criticism, leaving many wondering why the double standard persists. Ariana Grande may have captured hearts with her music and her dazzling turn as Glinda in Wicked, but Lily J's essay has served as a stark reminder that Ariana's seemingly innocent and sweet persona might not tell the full story. For now, Ariana is holding her ground, but the narrative feels shakier than ever, and the drama doesn't stop there. While Lily didn't explicitly go into harsh details or spill exactly what went down, she did touch on her new life as both a mother and a jilted lover. Word on the street is that Ariana and Ethan are somewhat relieved Lily kept her essay composed, steering clear of directly calling them out or escalating the drama. Sources close to the couple claim both Ethan and Ariana know the truth about what happened and feel confident that anyone who was around them at the time does too. For now, they seem focused on moving forward, but with the narrative this fragile, it's anyone's guess how long that peace will last. Let's not forget, Lily reportedly moved to London to support Ethan during his Wicked filming. As a committed partner, she wanted to be by his side through the chaos of his schedule. They'd even hang out with Ariana, who, according to reports, would hold their baby during those meetups. Yet, all the while, Ariana and Ethan were allegedly seeing each other behind Lily's back. How heartless do you have to be? Sources close to the couple claim both Ethan and Ariana know the truth about what happened and feel confident that anyone who was around them at the time does too. For now, they seem focused on moving forward, but with the narrative this fragile, it's anyone's guess how long that peace will last. Let's not forget, Lily reportedly moved to London to support Ethan during his Wicked filming. As a committed partner, she wanted to be by his side through the chaos of his schedule. They'd even hang out with Ariana, who, according to reports, would hold their baby during those meetups. Yet, all the while, Ariana and Ethan were allegedly seeing each other behind Lily's back. How heartless do you have to be? Although the divorce agreement between Lily and Ethan reportedly barred her from revealing specific details about their breakup, it didn't stop her from sharing her emotions. During the legal proceedings, she was essentially silenced, unable to freely tell her side of the story. Yet, insiders say she walked away from the ordeal with her dignity intact. In her essay, Lily chose not to discuss the affair directly, reportedly out of consideration for her son. Aware that this story would live online forever, she carefully crafted her words to be measured and respectful. Still, she didn't hold back entirely. Her subtle jabs at the situation hinted at the struggles she endured during their split, leaving readers with a clear picture of her pain without ever naming names. That's all for now, loves. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think Ariana will ever move past the homewrecker claims, or is this something that will stick to her reputation forever? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next one.